what everybody's talking about. Well, we sure hope it's Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. Hi, folks. I'm Debbie Georgiani, flying solo today. Jerry Usher is traveling. He's traveling from California to Reno, Nevada to give a breakfast talk Thursday morning. So please keep him and the group in your prayers. But he will be checking in during the course of today's show because I'm sure he's going to weigh in on this topic. We always love to share our takes on the topics we present as well. So Jerry will be popping in and that'll be a nice surprise. So stay with us the entire show. But I'm going to need your help today as I introduce this topic because I don't want to be alone talking about this because to be really quite honest with you, I don't have a lot of summer plans. And that's what we're talking about today is what are your summer plans? I know that June 21st is the official day of summer. I get that. But everybody's planning vacations. School is out. It's time for things to, family activities and reunions and stuff like that. We want to hear all about it. But more importantly, we want to hear how you are keeping your faith with you during those wonderful rest and relaxation times. And that's really important because as Catholic Christians, we don't wear our faith just a few hours a day or a week. We should be it all the time. And that's very, very important. And so we want to talk about how you're incorporating your faith into your summer plans. So here's the number, 833-288-3986. Maybe you've decided that for the summertime, you're going to purge the whole house. You're going to clean up things. You're going to get rid of things that you don't use and stuff like that so that you can start the fall season off in the school season in the right way. Or maybe you're thinking, you know what? It's summertime. It's swimsuit season and you wear shorts and flip-flops and stuff like that. And so maybe it's time to kick up the exercise a bit and change my health regimen. We want to hear all about your summer plans because it really can help the rest of us. Sometimes we run out of ideas. And so what you have to share can really help us, especially if you've got a very unique summer, extravaganza, if you will, that incorporates a real strong spiritual boost, like a pilgrimage or something like that, or spiritual renewal. We want to hear about that as well. So here's the number, 833-288-3986. This is your show. You drive the show. So if you sit this out, you don't comment, you don't text in, you don't call in, basically you're just going to hear me rambling for the entire hour and you'll probably get very bored with that. So we want to hear from you, your wisdom, your experiences, what life has in store for you because it helps the rest of us. Remember, we're all in it together. 833-288-3986. You can also text us. You text the letters EWTN to 55000. You wait for a response and then you put your first name in, your question, your comment, your summer plans, whatever you wish. And I'll put it right into the discussion at just the appropriate time. Now, some data rates may apply depending on your service plan. You can also email us. You email take2, the number 2 at EWTN.com. You can also weigh in via Facebook or YouTube. Hi, everybody. It's just me today. No Jerry. Remember, he's traveling to Reno, Nevada. But you can weigh in that way as well. You can text us. Some of you, a wonderful Take-Two family has our personal cell phones. And so I get text messages like crazy during the show, which is great because I'm able to use your wisdom as well during the course of the conversation. But if you call in, I'll put you on the air. Rich Jesse, our producer, does such a great job. Matt Gabinski answering the call when you first dial in. That's Matt Gabinski you're going to talk to. He is fabulous to talk to. Jeff Burson is monitoring social media. Our whole show team is ready to go and to just welcome you because like we're going to say this a million times, what you have to say is very important. So if you have something to say about your summer plans, now is the time to call in at 1-833-288-3986. That's the number to call. We're talking about summer plans today on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. It's only me today and you. And so we're going to have a very lively discussion. And hopefully when we walk away from this brief hour together, we'll learn something, maybe get some new ideas for the summer And that's exciting because that's what life is all about. We want to make life exciting and also very spiritually energizing. So think about that for a moment. We want to weave this into our spirituality. When I come back, we're going right to the phones. This is Take Two with Jerry and Debbie.
We know you like listening to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie on EWTN Radio, but have you thought about bringing them to your next event? No matter what type of event you're hosting, parish mission, conference, or retreat, trust Jerry and Debbie to make it come alive. Begin the process today of taking your presentation to the next level of success. For information on booking Jerry and Debbie, visit take2show.com, click on the J&D logo. Living the Beatitudes with Father Bjorn.
Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. This strange beatitude reminds us that Jesus is challenging us with his ways to heaven on a new exodus. We're leaving behind the Egypt of this world to find the eternal paradise of heaven. When we tend to think of happiness, we tend to think of it in a self-centered way, a possession of a temporary good or passing fancy. But Jesus is calling us into eternal happiness. And actually, morality is a search for happiness, says Dominican priest Surveys Pink Hairs. We're looking to be happy, and a lot of times we end up at dead-end roads that don't lead us to where we want to go. How can we be blessed when we mourn? In sorrow and difficulty, hardship and cross, we are called closer to Jesus. It's God's fingerprint in our heart reminding us that we're made for eternal happiness. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted.
EWTN. Live truth. Live Catholic.
Thanks for being with us on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. I just wanted to highlight something that I think would be of interest to you. EWTN Religious Catalog TV, Friday mornings, 10:30 Eastern Time. Mark this down, okay? This is the Religious Catalog TV, Friday mornings, 10:30 Eastern Time. And celebrate your faith as EWTN Religious Catalog show presents a unique array of religious items, from books and paintings to rosaries to statues and everything in between. It's kind of like the QVC of Catholic Network. I think it's pretty cool. But here's the really important part, and this is, folks, you always say you want to support the mission of EWTN. This is a great way to support the mission. Every purchase made from EWTN Religious Catalog directly supports the important work and mission of EWTN Global Catholic Network. So you're always saying that you want to support EWTN and how much EWTN, you love it so very much and it's helped you in your faith life. Perfect opportunity, and you'll get gifts, and it's just a wonderful chance for you to support the mission, but also to acquire resources and gifts that you can help others and yourselves to get closer to God. So EWTN Religious Catalog TV, Friday mornings, 10:30 Eastern Time. Okay, but today, here's the number, 833-288-3986. Please don't sit this out and take notes. Let me take the notes. I'll recap at the end of the show of what we've learned. But I'd really love to hear from you about any summer activities or plans that you have for yourself, your family, your friends. Maybe you're planning some kind of reunion, and that would be exciting to hear about. And maybe you're taking a pilgrimage, or you're going to do something very unique that you've never done before that could really boost your faith life. We want to hear from you. 833-288-3986. Okay, Eric is first up in Boston, Massachusetts, on the Station of the Cross. Eric, I want to welcome you to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie, but thank you so very much. I didn't want to be left alone, Eric, so thank you for taking us up on that offer.
You're very welcome. Good afternoon.
Hi, yes. Well, so you have something to say about this? What do you think about this topic?
I think it's great. I think we should use the summer to incorporate our faith as much as we can. This summer, I'm going to California to Thomas Aquinas College for my 20-year anniversary. I haven't been there in 20 years, and so I'm going to see the new chapel and introduce my wife to my friends and class members, and we're going to have a seminar and some reading. I'm not sure what it is yet, but
Right.
When we get together, even for reunions, we tend to have theological or philosophic discussions.
Nice. Okay, so let me just get this so I can get this visually in my head. So you're going to bring your wife back. Your wife has never met your classmates from 20 years, correct?
No. It's a small class of just 37 members. So.
Oh, wow. So have you found out how many have responded? Are most of them coming, or what's the turnout going to be?
It's about half, but still that's a good number, I thought. And a lot of them are going to bring their children. Some of them are going to bring 8 kids.
My goodness. Do you have children?
I don't. I was married a year ago on the Feast of Fatima, so not yet.
Congratulations. So you're bringing your wife, you're going, wow. And have you ever gone to a reunion before?
Yes, a high school reunion a while back.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't it a blast?
It's a strange feeling. Sometimes you feel closer to people that you weren't that close to. So they can be really special.
Right. And doesn't it surprise you how the people that you think were going to have a future and things that you thought that they were going to become or do, it's vastly different from what you experience when you go to reunions. And I think it's really eye-opening, and I think it's a real understanding of human nature, how we all evolve and change, and just the perception that people have of us. It may not necessarily be correct, because we can be very different, and that's the beauty of being human. And so I absolutely love reunions because of that, because of what you learn from people that you knew in your past and how they've changed. So wow, that's exciting. When are you taking off for California? Because you're going all the way across from Boston to California. That's a long trip.
Yeah. July 3rd. So we're going to spend the first few nights with my classmate and former roommate, who's now a professor there, and then we'll stay right on campus. But to your point, it's people do the unexpected, but some people do exactly what you expect. And so some people, I just knew they're going to become this high-power lawyer or whatnot. And it's great to see how they haven't changed. Their laugh is the same, and I just can't wait.
Yeah. Oh, that is so exciting. And you're going to be spending the 4th of July in California, so I'm sure you're going to take in the fireworks as well, huh?
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, safe traveling. I love that. And it sounds like you're going to have some great spiritual conversations with your classmates. And that is just beautiful. Well, we wish you just a beautiful trip, you and your wife. And please, don't be a stranger. You can email us or call in again and tell us what the experience was like. Because, see, we live vicariously through all of our Take Two family. And so it's important that we grow and learn through our experiences as the body of Christ. So if you could do that, just even email us, Take2, the number 2 at EWTN.com. Send us some pictures. We'd love to share those memories with you. Okay, Eric?
I certainly will. Thank you for what you do.
Oh, thank you. God bless you. And you have a great station. The Station of the Cross is doing fabulous work, and especially in Boston. So thank you for the support that you give the local station. We appreciate it, Eric. God bless you. Have
You're welcome. Bye.
Great rest of your day. Wow, Eric started us off beautifully of summer plans and weaving in the faith, because he's going to have some fabulous spiritual discussions, and that's wonderful, and that's what we want to talk about. So what are your summer plans? And please don't be embarrassed to call in. I mean, if your summer plans are to go to Disneyland or SeaWorld or something, and you're not really thinking from a spiritual lens, that's okay. Let's talk about what we can do when we're taking those fun family vacations. There's many ways. Believe me, I'm a religious education director at heart, and there's many ways you can incorporate the faith as you're taking those fun vacations. So call in and just share, and let's talk about it. 833-288-3986. That's the number to call. There is an open phone line, so I think it might have your name on it. And so don't hesitate. We always say this: if the Spirit is prompting you to say something, it's really a very pleasurable discussion we have. I think it's fun. Matt Gabinski always tells me when he answers the calls that he's having a blast. So please call in 833-288-3986. Okay, next up is Mary in Battle Creek, Michigan on Sirius XM 130. Hi, Mary. Thank you so much for not sitting it out, and thank you for weighing in on this topic. Welcome to Take Two.
Well, thank you very much. I was telling your screener that I my husband was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in February, and we've been going through 4 months now of chemo, and started going to daily mass and saying the daily rosary and all the other things that we can do spiritually to help because we can't do anything medically other than what the doctors tell us, but spiritually we can do a lot of things. And anyway, we're hoping today's his last infusion treatment, and we're hoping that sometime this summer that we're going to head up to the newly proclaimed shrine up in, I think it's near Green Bay, Wisconsin. I think it's called Lady of Perpetual Hope. And we're going to try to go there for a long weekend. And we've heard that lots of miracles are happening up there.
Right. I have heard that as well, Mary. And let me just back up for one moment. You said your husband was diagnosed, I believe you said pancreatic cancer 4 months ago. Do we have his name in our prayer book, Mary?
No.
May we have his first name?
Philip.
Philip. Okay. I put him in the book. Okay. And we will start praying. Mary, here's the thing. When you're faced with this is something that is so important. What you're doing is so important to spiritually get both of you very grounded and very strong emotionally, psychologically, spiritually. You know, the physical part of it is one aspect. We get that. Okay. We know that the body is either going to heal or it's unfortunately going to wear out, but we're all going to wear out, you know, that's just the way we're going to exit this earth. But when we get ourselves sound in an emotional sense, spiritual, and all of that is connected, it really does help us for the journey. And the reason why I know that is because I've, as you may have listened before, I had cancer in 1994. And if I wasn't strong in my faith, I don't think I would have made it. And that's really what kept me going. And I credit it completely. And there were so many instances where I saw and felt the hand of God, and it was incredible. And even if I knew, that the outcome was possible death, I was okay with it because I felt so good inside spiritually. My soul felt good. And so what you're doing, Mary, with your husband, I think is going to have just mega eternal rewards, whatever the outcome is. And I'm hoping that's how you're perceiving it.
Yeah, I had to laugh when we were talking about with the doctor about what the game plan was, and I said to him, do you believe in miracles? And he said, no, I believe in medicine.
Oh,
and
wow.
I said, well, that's fine. You believe in medicine, but I'm going to believe in miracles. And you do your thing medically, but I'm going to be doing my thing spiritually and prayerfully. And so I've met other doctors that did not think that way, but I was just kind of surprised by his response. But maybe he was in his own way trying to not give us a lot of false hope either. So.
Right. Well, but here's the thing. We know that miracles happen every single moment. You know, we know that. Yep. Okay. So we must rely on that. But the interesting thing about it is it's what we, in my opinion, it's what we learn on the journey that is the most important, you know, not to be so attached to the outcome, but what we're learning as we are moving along. And that's the part that I would love for you and your husband, Philip, to embrace as you're making this pilgrimage to this shrine, you know, all the way, you know, be aware of what's happening because God is with you so closely and so intimately.
Yeah. Well, I truly feel I have also have felt a difference, and you know, just in these last few months with the steps we've taken so far. So I'm feeling very hopeful and encouraged. So
Good.
Anyway, and I'm looking forward to seeing this shrine. And I was excited when it recently was declared the first official, you know, by the bishops of the North American to be our site. So that was pretty cool.
When are you going, Mary? When are you and Philip going?
We have not set a date yet. We're waiting for some more test results to come back and see, but I'm hoping sometime in August.
Okay. Would you, after you take the visit, will you keep us posted? Because we're going to be praying round the clock for Philip and for you, because you are the caregiver.
Thank you.
Yeah. So would you keep us posted?
Right.
You could call in or email us at take2, the number 2 at EWTN.com. Would you, if you have time, would you remember doing that for us?
Well, that's the $1 million question. Will I remember?
Well, just listen to the show.
I don't remember a lot of things these days, but if I do remember, I will certainly call.
Oh, bless your heart, Mary. Well, we're with you. We're with you in prayer. And how about this? If you can remember to take all the Take Two family intentions with you when you visit the shrine, please do that as well. Because
I would love to do that.
Thank you.
I'm always praying for the Pope's intentions and our Blessed Mother's special intentions, and I would love to do that as well. So
thank you, Mary. You're a strong woman. I mean, you're named after the Blessed Mother. So keep the faith, and we'll be with you in prayer. And God bless you, and safe travels. And tell Philip, he's strong. He's got the saints around him as well. Saint Peregrine, as well as a great saint, to ask for his assistance. So just to encourage you to do that as well. The saints are there to help us. So thanks, Mary. God bless you. Wow, that was a beautiful call. Please, Take Two family, please pray for Philip and for Mary. Please do that, that the treatments go well and that he has strong enough to go and visit the shrine, which is amazing. But St. Peregrine, I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. There's St. Peregrine shrines all over the country, actually. And St. Peregrine is just a great saint that can help us, especially when given a cancer diagnosis. So don't forget to remember that saint. Sometimes he's not remembered because he's not super well known, but it's important to kind of do your research of all the saints that come forth when we're in these states in our life where we need some assistance. So, okay, next up is Cathy driving through New York on Sirius XM 130. Hi, Cathy. Thanks for waiting and welcome to Take Two.
Oh, you're quite welcome. So here's my summer plans. Okay. Actually, I just left my friend's house, who lives about 4 hours from me, and in the town we graduated from high school, and there were 5 of us from the class of 1972 at Gail's house, which was just awesome. And I just went there and spent the night, and then on my way home, we have a small business, and in July, we put on a huge auction. It's a 3-day auction. People come from all over the world, quite literally. We'll have people here from Belgium and from possibly England, Australia, Canada, and lots of people from around the United States. So one of the things that works for us is there's a summer work program that's a government program through the school. Mm-hmm. So we get 4 or 5 teenagers for free. They get paid. It's a little bit skeezy from my point of view. Like, if we hired them, we'd have to pay them $10 an hour. But the school only pays them $5 an hour, and we get them for free. So in my mind, there's something wrong with that picture. But anyway, I get these kids.
Well, Cathy, go back to the auction. What does the auction benefit something?
No, it's our business. It benefits us.
Oh, okay.
We take people's collections on consignment and sell them at auction.
Oh, got you.
And it's primarily antique tools.
Interesting.
But we've expanded now because every guy who collected antique tools had a wife that went to the market with them. So we sell all kinds of things except for glass and large furniture.
Okay.
It's fascinating. We have stuff on consignment this year from Mount Vernon, George Washington's home.
Wow, that must be fascinating.
They were cleaning out and focusing on their mission. So they've had stuff donated to them throughout the years. That's from the 19th century, and their focus is on the 18th century because that's when George Washington lived. So anyway,
but Cathy,
my prayer. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to ask you. I know you're driving through New York, but we're going to have to hit the pause button in just a moment, just to take a station break. And I just wanted you to, if you can hang on, I wanted to let you finish what you had to say, but also I wanted to ask you about the class of 1972 because I have some questions I wanted to ask you about that. And if you can hold on a little bit, that would really help us. So let me just reset the topic here so that our listeners have a chance to weigh in on this. There is some open phone lines, believe it or not, at 833-288-3986. We're talking about summer plans today. And when we come back, we'll go back to Cathy and have her finish up about her summer plans. And we're going to ask her some interesting questions when we come back.
The Holy Father's prayer intention for the month of June is that national leaders may firmly commit themselves to ending the arms trade, which victimizes so many innocent people.
And this is an EWTN Bookmark Brief. I'm Doug Keck. I just finished talking with Justin Fatika and Father Peter John Cameron about the Hard as Nails ministry. Now, Father, you're coming on board full-time now, right? You had been, what?
July 1st.
Now, what had been your relationship prior to this?
Justin and I have been friends, and I've tried to offer some spiritual counsel and to give some input also to helping his missionaries at Hard as Nails since almost 9 or 10 years. So, yeah.
So you're coming on board full-time. And what's that web address if people want to get in touch with you or find out more about Hard as Nails?
You know where it's at, just like the EWTN series, www.rememberyouramazing.com.
That's right, and it was a great series.
It was.
And you're continuing to do more material for us, and we love it. Thank you so much. Talking with Justin Fatika and Father Peter John Cameron about Hard as Nails ministry. Look for the whole interview coming soon here on Bookmark. And this has been a Bookmark Brief.
Teresa Tomeo.
It's our goal to help each and every listener take this beautiful faith of ours out into the public square with great ideas on making a difference through engaging the culture.
The leading Catholic voices are on EWTN Radio.
The wisdom of Mother Angelica.
I went to Las Vegas years and years ago for one of these cable shows, and I was shocked to see all these old ladies in their 70s and 80s getting off that plane, running for a slot machine. You don't have a chance to win. They're all fixed. I know, my uncle used to have slot machines.
EWTN. Live truth. Live Catholic.
I'm Brian Patrick.
And I'm Gloria Purvis. Tomorrow, Father Joseph Anthony Kress.
And we discuss a new film on the encyclical Humanae Vitae, Morning Glory, on EWTN Radio.
Now back to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie.
Okay, it's just Take Two with Debbie today because Jerry is traveling from California to Reno, Nevada to speak at a breakfast meeting. So we just wish him just a wonderful time there. And I know whatever he imparts will help others grow closer to God. So that's a great thing. But he's going to weigh in a little bit later when he gets to the airport because I want to hear about his summer plans. And I'll tell you about my summer plans, which is not many, but we want to hear about you. 833-288-3986. And Cathy, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. I kind of cut you off there a little bit because the music was about to start. But I wanted you to finish, and then please let me ask you about the 1972 class, if I can. So go ahead, Cathy.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know what I was going to say. So with the teenagers that we get this year, I'm going to convince my husband to give me the first half hour with them in the morning to kind of, like these guys are coming from the public school. So I'm not going to be heavy-handed with Christianity or anything, but I might ask them if they we'll say a little prayer for the day and lay out what their work's going to be for today. How did it go yesterday? I think I'll be a great help to my husband who says, we're going to teach him how to work. I'm going to make him work. Well, I think if they have somebody that is, can, go with them on this journey, that it'll help the kids and it'll help the world by making them better, productive human beings.
I think that's great. And just to introduce it in a very subtle way. I think that is wonderful. And it allows them to bond together, and they'll be able to identify who other believers are and stuff. And so that's,
and you don't have to be very religious to say, I think God has a plan for your life.
Absolutely. Well, the great news is, you could say that, and that's wonderful. Whether or not they receive it now, it's not for us to even decide, because by you saying it, Cathy, you're putting it out there, and someday they'll remember
you
that.
Just put a seed. You plant a seed or whatever. I'm totally into getting out of the way and let God do it.
Exactly. Me too, Cathy. Okay, so back to the class of 1972. Was this, so you said this was public school?
Yeah.
Okay. So
we're public school graduates.
Okay. So were most of your friends, were they Christian? Were they all different faiths, or what?
They're all raised Christian.
Okay.
Two of us are actually practicing Christians.
That's what I was going to ask you. So if you are practicing Christians, can you have an influence on that?
Pardon me?
Can you have an influence on that?
Well, I'm trying. I sent one of my friends is ready to give up on her third husband. And they are both serious Christians in the evangelical faith. So, I sent both of them, both her and him, a copy of Dr. Popchak's book, How to Heal Your Marriage and Have Everlasting Love.
Nice.
And today she showed us a ring she got for her. They're married 25 years after both on there multiple times, and so I know that they both want to make it work. But anyway. Right. She showed us a ring that he bought for their 20. It had 25 diamonds in it. Oh my goodness, what a lovely ring! Hang on to him.
Wow. Oh my goodness is right. Well, but Cathy, here's the thing: you sound like a strong Christian, and that's wonderful. So God has put you in positions to be that person, to be Christ out there in the world. And so more power to you, Cathy. What I pray for you.
And how much fun is it? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's a fun challenge. It really is. People think that taking on spirituality is a difficult thing, but it really isn't. It's really exciting, because
when people have to sell their collections, it's usually because somebody's died, or somebody is dying, or they're moving now. They're going to start a new life. And it's so interesting to listen to them, to give them my take on the world, to encourage them in their journey and whatever. It's very, very interesting. Right. One of the things that happens that I think is so interesting is it's an outdoor event, the auction. Mm-hmm. So there's always in Western New York the possibility of rain. And it's a lot more fun when it's not raining.
Yeah.
But I tell people will say to me, "Can't you do something about this rain?" My standard reply is, "There's only one person who can do anything about the rain, and I think he's waiting to hear from you."
There you go. Oh, Cathy. Yeah. Also, too, Cathy, I believe you can pray to Saint Scholastica, if I'm not mistaken. For weather.
I had a nun. I knew a nun named Sister Scholastica.
There you go. So, and it actually helped with an event that I did, and so great saint. So there you go. But Cathy, thank you so much for weighing in on this topic. I really appreciate it, and God bless you for just being a strong woman of faith. We need more of you out there, so that's awesome. And safe driving through New York. And don't be a stranger. Call anytime. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you. Okay, so Cathy is freeing up that line for you to call in and weigh in on your summer plans. 833-288-3986. That's the number to call to get on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. And it's just me today, but Jerry will be weighing in a little bit. But Kara is in Massachusetts on the Station of the Cross. And Kara, thank you so much for calling in and getting on the show today.
Oh, hi, thank you.
Thank you. Did I say it right? Is it Kara or Kara?
Well, it's Tara with a T, like Tuesday, but that's okay.
Oh, Tara. Okay,
I'm listening to your
Okay, got it, Tara.
No,
All
I'm
right.
listening to your program, and I'm thinking I would love your thoughts. I love your program. I listen to it often. I am a wife and a mother of a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I'm a nurse. And what we're doing that is new for our whole family this summer is we're going to be hosting a 17-year-old young woman from another country that we share some mutual friends with through just practicing our faith and and living our faith life as best we can. And she's going to be with us for 9 weeks, and she'll help our family out by doing childcare when I work as a nurse. And then just sharing our family life, and we're really excited about it, but a little bit nervous too because we don't have teenagers. So we would love just your thoughts on how to make it a good summer for her. She wants to improve her English. We've been Skyping with her and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But just so that in day-to-day life, so that she's comfortable and so how it can be like a good experience for our whole family.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, obviously, if she's trying to learn English, I mean, that's going to help because that kind of bridges the gap a little bit. Because I think sometimes when there's a different language or a heavy accent, sometimes it's hard for us to communicate, especially the little ones. But what would be fascinating? What would be fascinating, Tara, is could she teach your 3- and 6-year-old her language?
Possibly. I don't see why not. That would certainly be fun.
Well, the reason why I say that is because the little ones absorb foreign languages so well. And even if it's just a few words and some games or some things that can be played, if it has some spiritual component, almost like a vacation Bible school, that would be even better. Because now you're incorporating the faith for your little ones, but it also helps, I believe, her the 17-year-old. There's a real bond when we communicate about God and what we know about God. That's how much we know another person is how much they know God. And so God, brings us together. And so if you can do that in an interesting way, I mean, maybe she could bring to your home some of, I don't know if is she Christian? Is she Christian, Tara?
Oh, she is. She definitely is a practicing Catholic.
Okay.
She sent us like a lovely greeting at Easter because we had already started making preparations for this at Easter time. So she most certainly is a practicing Catholic.
Oh, cool. Can you share what country she's from?
She's from Italy.
Oh, okay, Tara. Well,
Italian.
that's right up my alley. There you go. We'll have her bring the call. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now you've got me started. Please have her impart her beautiful Italian language to your children, because it would only oh my goodness, it would only enhance the Romance languages. I mean, you know them. They're so incredibly vibrant. And your children would benefit from that greatly, to learn how to even incorporate that, because there's such an emotion that comes behind the Italian language. And if she could bring that, and your children can impart what they know, and in Italy, there's crucifixes, there is statues everywhere. And I'm sure she could bring a lot of great stories with her, maybe her child stories, and impart them to your children. I mean, talk about, connecting two incredible countries, America and Italy. I mean, that's incredible. If I had this 17-year-old in my house, I would be absorbing everything I can from her Italian culture, simply because, we got the Vatican over there. But here's the thing. They've still incorporated their faith in everything they do. They still have it over there in Italy, at least when I was visiting there. And that's a beautiful thing. And we can learn from that. So I would encourage her to bring as much stuff as she can, like religious stuff that maybe your children can benefit from, and see if you can turn it into your own little home vacation Bible school. It would be kind of fun, and you'd learn from it. The kids would learn from it, and great memories would be made. What do you think?
Oh, it sounds wonderful. Thank you. I will keep that in mind to be very encouraging of the language.
Yeah. Would you keep us posted? I would love to hear how after the 9 weeks goes. Would you tell us? Because maybe others would want to do what you just did for the summer. So maybe you could report back to us how it all worked out and maybe the things that were learned and things that were gained. Would you do that for us?
Absolutely. Sure, I can do that.
Thank you so much. And thank you for being a nurse. Thank you so much for the work that you do. We really appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. You're welcome. And thank you for the show and the advice.
Okay. See you soon. Say hi to the kids. Okay. Wow, that was a great call. Wow, I would love to host somebody from Italy. How cool would that be? Okay, guess what, folks? We have Mr. Jerry Usher on the phone, I believe. Jerry, are you at the airport? I hear a background noise.
You do hear background noise, Debbie. Yes, I am at the airport, getting ready to fly to Reno. I'm giving a talk to a Catholic business and professionals at breakfast tomorrow morning.
Nice. Very nice. Well, that's exciting. So you made it to the airport safe and sound. Are you seeing a lot of families there on summer vacation plans? Can you kind of tell that the kids are dragging their suitcases and stuff like that? Are you seeing that at the airport?
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at a lady right now with her daughter with her beautiful pink backpack, and she's proud of that. And, yeah, a lot of people getting ready to go places and do things this time of year.
Well, Jerry, you would be very happy. I don't know how much you listened to the show so far, but we had a lot of great calls come in, and they're sharing how they're going to be spending their summer catching up with classmates, some from Catholic schools, others from public schools. Also, too, some great plans. Tara just called in from Massachusetts. I don't know if you heard that call, but Tara is hosting a 17-year-old from Italy, Jerry. And she's going to be taking care of her 3- and 6-year-old child. And as soon as I found out she was from Italy, I was so excited. I'm thinking, my goodness, her children are going to get to learn the Italian language.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. Yeah, international exchange opportunities and vacations and beaches and mountains and parks and rivers and family and friends. It's a great time of year. And I know you've said this already, but our prayers go with everybody as they travel safely, God willing, and have a very enjoyable and refreshing time.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, the reason why we wanted to do this show, Jerry, wouldn't you agree with this, is that we want everybody to make those memories with friends and family members, but never to take a vacation from God. I mean, we are Catholic all the way, and it's important for us to take God with us on vacation. And it can be very exciting. Let the kids find the nearest Catholic churches and take pictures of the churches. Each church is very uniquely different. Maybe learn about the patron saint of each church or something of that nature, where you can turn it into an education as well, which not only impacts the memories, but helps us in our spiritual growth. I just want you to comment on that, Jerry, because I think that's really important for us all to remember. Summer is not a time to take a vacation from God.
Yeah, well, there's two things I would say, Debbie, about that. One is, we're never apart from God. Our faith should be central to everything we do, and that includes, of course, even going on vacation. And secondly, I think it gives us as individuals, as couples, as families, an opportunity to maybe see how the church is a little bit different in this part of the country versus where we live, how different expressions of faith, like you said, different shrines and churches, and it just helps us get a deeper grasp of the overall beauty of our faith. So, yeah, I'd say build some of that into your vacation and also have fun and ice cream and pizza and amusement parks and all the rest.
Yeah, that's true. Well, and time is so precious, Jerry. We've been doing the show. This is anniversary week, 3 years. Take Two's been going strong because of our listeners. But in the course of the 3 years, Jerry, you and I have heard many, many stories of suffering and sadness and things that have happened to people just very quickly in their lives. One day they woke up and their whole life was changed because of something that happened to them or or a health crisis or something of that nature. And so time is so precious. And wouldn't you agree that when we have these summer chances to get away from maybe the work that we do on a weekly basis, it's also a great time to cherish those moments, because we don't know when they could happen again. They could always change. And I would like you to comment on that as well, because we're getting some comments coming in saying, this is the summer that I really want to make memories. And I think people are really getting that this is important. That there's no time like the present.
Yeah, life is short. I mean, if you have kids, Debbie, you know this, you blink and they're grown and out of the house. And yeah, like you said, things come up, sometimes very difficult challenges, sometimes just changes in life. So I would just say, embrace every moment. Try and live as much as we can. Try and live in the present moment. It's not always easy to do that sometimes, but I think when we try, make the intentional effort to do that, it can really help make a difference.
Right. And if you got a few more moments, Jerry, I just wanted to share my own personal story. I mean, I said I was going to share my summer plans. Maybe I should ask you, what summer plans do you have?
Rest.
Jerry, you can't rest. There's plenty of time to rest in the coffin.
Right.
Oh, so you're going to rest this summer. Okay. I'm actually finishing up my audio series called Stop It. And it's coming. I'm praying, praise be to God. I pray, God willing, it comes out this fall. It was promised a year ago, but because of personal circumstances and my mom and situations. So I'm going to be working on that all summer and not really traveling. So I won't be resting, Jerry. I'll be working.
Right.
But it's all good. It's
cool.
all good.
Well, hey, yeah, and you probably have other calls, so I don't want to, I want to let you get a couple more people. The show is about the callers and the listeners, so, I can jump off here and let you grab another call or two there if you want.
Okay. Yeah, we would love that, Jerry. So you go ahead and safe travels, and thanks for checking in with us. And we're so glad that you were able to call in, and we'll see you tomorrow. You remember tomorrow is an interesting show, Jerry. Tomorrow is National Flag Day. So we're going to be talking about if we proudly display red, white, and blue, or we don't want to make any waves.
Right. Yeah, looking forward to it. I will be on from my hotel room in Reno right before I head to the airport.
Okay, that sounds great, Jerry. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, God bless you all. Thanks for listening, everybody. God bless.
Okay, that was Jerry Usher weighing in from the airport. He's heading to Reno, Nevada to give a talk at a breakfast meeting, and a business breakfast meeting, and I think that's awesome. So we just please keep him in your prayers. Okay, you know what? Actually, I don't want to cut it so close to the end of the hour, so if it's okay, I just wanted to share with all of our listeners this story I've shared, I think about a year or two ago, but it's always good to have a refresher. I was going to a convention in Maui, Hawaii, with my husband. And I was very concerned because when I go on vacation or conventions or for business, the first thing I do is seek out the nearest Catholic churches. That's the first thing I do. I've always done that. I'm a cradle Catholic, and I just am a firm believer of making every effort to get to Mass. And I was going to Maui, and we were in a remote part of the island, and we were told when we landed that we probably, because of where they put us in the hotel, we probably wouldn't be able to leave very easily and get around the island to do whatever we wanted to do on our own personal time. And so I was really concerned about that. And I turned to my husband and I said, you know what, the good Lord's not going to let us down. If we don't have a car, we'll walk. And everybody on the bus was chuckling at me and saying, yeah, right, you're going to walk the island to try and find a church. I said, the good Lord's not going to let us down. And everybody kind of laughed at me. And I just said, okay, Lord, you know what? I want to go to Mass. And I know you will provide the church nearby. And when we got to the hotel in Maui, we went to the front desk and checked in. And I went right up to the attendant there. And I said, may I ask you a question? I said, is there a nearby Catholic church? And he says, you're not going to believe this. He goes, we have the best hidden treasure here right on our campus. And I said, what are you talking about? And he pointed me outside the entrance of the hotel, and he said, see those beautiful trees? And all you could see was these beautiful, lush trees. And he goes, walk through those trees and you'll get the greatest surprise. And I was like, okay. So I was intrigued. And so we checked in, threw our luggage in the hotel room, and I went running down the stairs, and I was all excited. And I walked through these trees all by myself. And when I got through the trees was the most beautiful Catholic chapel that I have ever seen. And I walked up, and of course they had Mass, Saturday night, Sunday Mass. And I was just in awe. And I couldn't believe it. It was like this precious jewel that was just presented right on the campus when everybody was laughing at me, saying, just forget Mass this weekend. Just be on the convention and stop thinking about trying to figure out how to get around the island. So I ran back, of course, and I gathered all of my Catholic friends that attended the convention. And I said, guess what? We have the most beautiful chapel right here. And we all went to Sunday Mass. And we all bought beautiful souvenirs from the chapel. So my point to this story is, please don't give up on going to Mass just because you're on vacation. God has a way of making it happen, and you just have to seek it out. Remember, when we take one step closer to God, He takes 10 steps towards us. You know, and I put it out there that I wanted to go to Mass, and I said, Lord, you got to make it happen. And He made it happen so beautifully. It was a jewel in the midst of a Hawaiian island. It's gorgeous. And that's how God is. He wants us to just seek Him out. So I just ask all of our Take Two family, please, when you're making your summer plans, have fun, like Jerry said, eat the ice cream, go on the roller coaster rides, have a blast. But always remember, take God with you. You know, even just pray the rosary when you're traveling towards your destination. When you're in the car with the family, pray the rosary. Listen to Christian music. You know, let God just constantly be around you. It's very, very important. And the older I get, the more I believe it. So I hope this show was beneficial to you. I hope it gets you to just say, you know what, we're going to do this as a family or as a group of friends. It's very, very important we gather together and have that spiritual support. So thank you so much for participating today and really making it happen here on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. Tomorrow's show, National Flag Day. Will you proudly display the red, white, and blue? June 14th is National Flag Day. A lot of people don't even maybe acknowledge it. It's just maybe another calendar day. It's not an official like federal holiday or anything. But it commemorates when the flag was adopted. And we are called to proudly display it and honor the flag. But in this day and age, there's a lot of controversy around it. A lot of emotions get stirred up when the flag is discussed. And so we want to talk about that on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. And like Jerry said, he will be back and we will do the show. And I just want to thank you again from all of us here, our show team, Rich Jesse, Jeff Burson, Matt Gabinski, Jack Williams, Tom Price. I can keep going on and on. Everybody that makes this show happen. You guys are awesome. The show team's awesome. But here's the real key component to Take Two. You drive the show. You make the show. So thank you for being part of this anniversary week. Friday is our actual 3-year anniversary day, and we'll be celebrating that as well. So thank you so much, you guys. You are awesome. We love you, and we are praying for you. Please pray for us. So until tomorrow, I'm going to say this on behalf of Jerry Usher. We want to wish you a beautiful and blessed day. See you real soon.